Welcome to Learning Center. If you are unsure on how to navigate through this course, click the How to Navigate button. Welcome to the What is a Campaign course. The purpose of this course is to give an overview of our go-to-market campaigns. Specifically, those campaigns used for generating marketing demand and supporting sales conversations with customers. The audience for this course is anyone who needs to understand the underlying concepts of a campaign. Someone who is a consumer of campaign content, or someone who is a creator of content. This course is part of the Go-to-Market Foundation curriculum. By the end of this course you will be able to describe what a campaign is, list what are the foundation items in a campaign, and explain how to find campaign content in HighSpot. The digital thread model helps us with two of our go-to-market strategic pillars. Go-to-market by industry and drive business conversations. Digital threads target business challenges prevalent across industry to start the conversation. The business challenge allows a larger conversation scope involving more of our solution portfolio, which allows us to deliver a higher level value proposition. This large solution scope allows us to bring the breadth and integration of our solution portfolio as a key differentiator into every business conversation. We can summarize the go-to-market strategy for a campaign as: we take solutions to market via campaigns in an industry context. We understand how our portfolio maps into solutions. And we know the digital threads help provide the industry context for our story. So that leaves a question: what is meant by the word campaign? Simply stated, we define a campaign as a set of integrated assets based on a concise, connected, and differentiated message that supports the buyer's journey. We'll explain further how we get to the message via campaign definition assets. Then we will examine the buyer journey concept that helps us plan and create the integrated set of assets for the campaign. To develop a campaign, there are three foundation items required to develop the content for the buyer's journey. The solution definition defines the set of domain solutions, processes, and capabilities for the digital thread. During the process, we evaluate the competitive differentiation of our technology and portfolio. And we outline the narrative steps for the digital thread. The messaging brief articulates the problem we are solving for the customer, and how we uniquely solve the problem. The story creates a reason for customers to change, the imperatives facing them, and a guide for how to make the change. This document captures the nuggets of subject matter expertise needed for asset creation. The topic map describes key topics of the digital thread story, and how the topics are related. The story has many topics that can be explored in more depth. The relationship of the topics and how the topics connect to the land and expand can be found on the topic map. Let's explore each item in a little more detail to see how each contributes to our goal. A set of integrated assets based on a concise, connected, and differentiated message that supports the buyer's journey. The solution definition defines the set of domain solutions, processes, and capabilities for the digital thread. The process starts with a customer scenario relating to a digital transformation initiative. This scenario helps us understand the key business processes involved. We create a map of those processes and understand where our technology best differentiates against the competition. Or identify a better practice for how to execute that process. These processes are then mapped to appropriate domain solutions, and that makes up the digital thread. We then examine the set of processes within the domain solution and group it into a logical set that can be demonstrated and show value in a business context. This logical set of processes is the solution elements. Finally, multiple solution elements are grouped into narrative steps. The narrative steps help us explain the digital thread in a modular story-like fashion. We use the narrative steps to define the flow in the Explore digital experience. See the Explore module for more details. The messaging brief articulates the problem we are solving for the customer, and how we uniquely solve the problem. The process to create this document creates a clear, concise message that a customer can understand. As content is created, we refer to this document to ensure consistency and quality. Let's briefly explain the major sections of the document. The summary is a concise explanation of the digital thread story. It is written for internal audiences to grasp the insights we bring to solving the customer challenge. It might be called the elevator pitch for the digital thread. The bold question, think of this as the headline, grabbing the customer's attention. The problem or challenge, describing the status quo, and how current trends are creating the need for a change. What's needed, provides insight, and connects to the headline and the reason for the change. This section sets up our differentiation. What you need to do, focused on the 3 imperatives the customer needs to do in order to address what's needed. How do you get there, summarizes the value of each building block, the narrative step or related solution domain, of the digital thread. What you get, the vision statement for the customer. What will they get after implementing the what's needed, and following the guidance on how to get there. Other parts of the document will cover details that are helpful as reference to create content or learn more about the digital thread message. The topic map describes key topics of the digital thread story, and how the topics are related. From the vision setting topics at the digital thread level, to topics that lead into specific solution domains, like the imperatives we learn about in the messaging brief. To topics that help us land that first piece of the solution, highlighting our differentiated capabilities to support the changes the customer needs to make. And then, of course, the all-important expand, continuing the conversation, and adding more value once the initial land solution has been adopted. The flow of topics and how they relate and are connected can be found on the map. The buyer journey map concept helps campaign teams work through the content decisions needed to meet campaign objectives. The journey map concept helps us ensure we have a connected set of assets for the target audiences of the campaign. The principle underpinning the concept is a goal to create the right content, in the right place at the right time for the right audience. With the campaign definition items done, solution definition, messaging, and topic map, the campaign teams can effectively plan the campaign assets using the buyer journey concept map. The process starts with a defined target audience. Next, the past performance of asset types for that target audience for a particular journey stage is assessed to select the right format. For example, an infographic to engage, or a webinar to educate, or maybe a white paper to help really understand our solution. The assets also need to be connected to help guide the customer through the journey. The team can look at the topic map to identify which topics would be best for the different assets at each stage. Creating the content, the team will refer to the messaging brief for alignment to our story and differentiation. The next consideration is how the asset is delivered. It might be best through digital means, like our website or a third-party website. Or using non-digital tactics like an event or a sales call. This allows us to think through how the assets come together to support the full journey. With this framework in mind, the campaign team plans and builds the right assets, aligned to the messaging brief, connected through the topic flows, highlighting our differentiators to the target audiences we are trying to reach. When we pull this all together, the picture might look something like this. The picture shows a set of integrated assets based on a concise, connected, and differentiated message that supports the buyer's journey for specific buying personas. We divide the content for a campaign into 2 separate categories. Sales execution content supports sales calls and internal sales enablement. Typical items would be a combination of customer-facing material like presentations, demonstrations, and success stories, as well as internal material for sales teams like playbooks and learning materials. Marketing execution content is to help acquire and engage customers digitally. Typical items would be things like infographics, ebooks, blogs, videos, podcasts, webinars, and white papers. Let's turn now to where the information for digital threads can be found on HighSpot. The industry spots can direct you to content related to the industry digital threads, content related to a specific industry segment, and popular content in that industry. Each digital thread campaign has its own spot. There is a lot of content available, from the primary campaign content to more granular content related to solution domains, and also links to related solution domain campaigns that may be useful. Let's have a quick look at how to find this information in HighSpot. Let's navigate to a specific industry page and find some interesting links. From the home page of HighSpot, select the industry icon. Then select your industry of interest to open up the industry home page. On this page, you will be able to find links to industry subsegment specific content. Our industries are broad. Use these links to find specific content for an industry segment, like machine builder or industrial components. Find popular content related to the industry. And a list of the specific digital threads available for the industry. Let's explore a specific digital thread spot and the different content available. The digital thread spot will contain several assets supporting both sales tactics and marketing tactics. There are several lists on the left side navigation to help organize these assets to make them easier to find. The campaign overview list shows the primary campaign content. Things like the executive overview presentation, mid-level technical presentation, a link to the demo kit, sales playbook, and campaign summary. The solution domain list makes it easy to find the relevant content that is related to the digital thread and specific to one of the mapped domain solutions. In this example for advanced machine engineering, we look at solution domain 11, configuration lifecycle management. We can find an example Mendix app for this domain called the Sales Configurator app. The digital thread list has a sublist called the linked campaign. Here you will find links to existing solution campaigns associated to the digital thread. These campaigns may not always completely align to the digital thread message, however, they can provide additional detail and background. As the digital thread assets mature, you will find more and more assets in the domain solution level related to the digital thread message. In summary, a campaign is a set of integrated assets based on a concise, differentiated message that supports the buyer's journey. The solution definition, messaging brief, and topic map are the foundation to create integrated assets with a differentiated message. All digital thread content can be found on HighSpot. Thank you for your time on the course today. We look forward to supporting you throughout your learning journey.